What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's episode of The Daily Dose. Today is Monday, October 24th, and it's the start of a big earnings week. So we're going to see a lot of volatility probably this week as the earnings come out. We have a lot of the big boys reporting this week: Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon. Who else am I forgetting? Did I say Microsoft? Anyways, the big companies are reporting this week, so it could be pretty volatile as those come in. Expectations have really been all over the place as far as investors go. There's a lot of people who think that they will start to disappoint this quarter. There's some people that think that they could be strong. So it should be a pretty volatile week, but we are green today. And just a reminder, if you like content like this, I release one of these videos every single day, and I release a longer episode over the weekends. So be sure to subscribe on YouTube and follow wherever you listen to podcasts for this type of content. So let's get into what happened today. The S&P 500 was up 1.23%. The Dow Jones was up 1.34%. The NASDAQ finished up 0.86%. Again, going into a big earnings week. And there's a lot of speculation around it. I do believe Meta also reports this week, and that could be a volatile situation as well. So let's take a look at the S&P 500. We continued bulling higher in this session. We were headed towards this 38.95 to a 39.80 level in here. And then if we do reach this level, I would expect it to be met with some selling pressure, especially if we just bull extremely hard into it and there's not really any kind of just regular market flow. If we break through here, the 200-day moving average should be coming in through here, so I expect that to be a huge spot of resistance if we make it that far, but that's well into the future. But for now, we're bulling higher. And again, this could change on a dime if we get Apple and Microsoft come in and they're extremely disappointing, or Amazon and Google come in and they're extremely disappointing. If we see one big company kind of falter, I think that this could change a little bit. But this is where we're at the current moment as we head into those earnings. We have kind of this like little bullish setup going. So that's what I'm looking at on the S&P 500. As far as Bitcoin goes, again, we're still seeing weakness. A red day on Bitcoin following a green day on the stock market. We knew that if we saw weakness, when we broke through this trend line, it wasn't going to be a good sign. We're still putting pressure on this last level of support till the bottom falls out. And we know that if we break through this bottom zone, so that's like 17,700 to 17,500, if we break through there, we know that there's no support until we get to the 9,000 to 12,000 level. And I think that's a zone that a lot of people are looking at to potentially come in and buy up. So still weakness on Bitcoin. It's actually insane how long it's been in this zone. It initially got to this zone on June 13th, so we're almost at 5 months of just being kind of flat, and that's not really super common on Bitcoin. So I do think it's significant that we're seeing weakness here. It definitely could be a bottom in Bitcoin. I personally don't think it's a bottom because you typically don't get this kind of price action on Bitcoin at the bottom. Usually it's a really fast movement. You have to be pretty nimble to catch it. So I would be surprised if it was the bottom, but it could be. These are crazy times that we're in. So that's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. We're definitely still seeing weakness here. I mean, you can just see here's a peak, here's a lower peak, lower peak, lower peak, lower peak. So a lot of weakness here on Bitcoin, especially as the market's moving higher. You'd expect Bitcoin to be pretty strong, but I'm going to leave it here. I don't want to go on for too long and ramble because really today is kind of a setup for the rest of the week. We got the big earnings coming up, so be sure to stay tuned here to the channel for that. That's going to be a lot of big news coming up this week. But I do appreciate you listening or watching this episode today. Remember to subscribe on YouTube or follow us wherever you listen to podcasts, and I will see you in the next episode.